Jamie and Stephen show. Let's talk movies, music, and magic. And this week we have a really special guest. Sam is here. Sam, for God, if you don't know who we're speaking about, you need to get on YouTube. Sam does vlogs for Disneyland Paris, as well as now Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Walt Disney World, and Disneyland California. But her home park is Disneyland Paris. So welcome, Sam.
Hi.
Hello, thank you so much for having me, and what a lovely introduction that was. Thank you.
No, we're so glad that you've come on. We have some questions just so that if any listeners don't know much about your channel, just so that people can get to know you a bit more. I mean, I know a lot because I've watched almost all of your vlogs. But yeah, so what is your earliest Disney memory?
Oh, good question. Earliest Disney memory, I think it's like a mix of me on Main Street USA in Disneyland Paris watching the Main Street Electrical Parade, or waiting for it, like the waiting beforehand, which is part of the excitement, I think, when it's the end of the day. So like, it's not necessarily for one moment, because I know I watched it multiple times, and I was very young. And I told you already off the podcast, my memory's not the best. So I don't have like this one memory. I just know like it's a merge of like being on Main Street USA with my family, waiting to watch the Main Street Electrical Parade, and it being dark and all the lights and the excitement of that. And then once it starts, I do vividly remember the actual parade as well, and moments from it, from the 90s version of it in Paris.
Yeah, I was lucky enough. I got to see that as well. I think I was 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they bring it back.
I would love to. I would so love to. I think, I think just night parades generally are very underrated, and not a lot of Disney parks do them, really. Tokyo Disney, at the time of us talking right now, is the only one that has one every night.
No, I mean,
so I agree that it would be nice if they brought one back.
Yeah, I mean, I know that like the Christmas one that they're gonna have on in Disneyland Paris, they do a night dish.
That's true. Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, there's no night.
It's not like the last thing. It's not like one that's specific to the night, you know. Yeah, I love parades, and I will always prefer them to anything to do with fireworks and even drones, as amazing that they can be. There's just something about watching a parade that is so special, because I think it's different as well every time. You know, there's performers on a parade. It's not going to be the exact same way every single time. So there's interactions that you can have. You can stand different sides of Main Street. And I think, yeah, there's such a joy in that, like I said, I miss. And I do prefer parades generally to fireworks.
Yeah.
We've just come back from Paris and did the Halloween parade.
I love that.
Do you know what? I mean, bless him, he was very professional, but where I was stood and where one of the dancers was stood, we had eye-to-eye contact, and he was trying to do his dance and all his movements. And I was, because I'm not an emotive person, so I'm just stood kind of, not frowning, but my arms are crossed, looking him dead in the eye, like, go on. Your money.
I love that. I love it.
I didn't know. No, it was very, very good.
Good.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Our next question is, when did you start your YouTube channel, and what was the first video?
Well, I started my YouTube channel many, many years ago, over a decade ago. I think it was 2010, if I'm not misremembering right now. I've not checked it in recent years, so I don't remember exactly, but I think 2010, and I was at university, and it must have been like an awful singing cover of me trying to sing a Wicked song. Please, nobody go and watch it.
You know, people are gonna go now.
Oh, because I've kept it up, because I'm like, why not? You know, I was practically, I mean, I wasn't a child, but I was young and bored, and nobody was watching my videos, and I didn't care. I just thought, let's just sing it and put it out there, and didn't tell my friends, didn't tell anyone, and it was just a thing that I just was doing on the side, because I didn't even know what I wasn't even sure exactly what YouTube was, what it would become. Nothing. It was just a platform, and I thought, why not? I like Wicked. I was a big theatre fan, still am, and I just wanted to give it a go. And it's like, I didn't think I was amazing. I still don't think. I mean, honestly, they're terrible. But again, it's the start of my journey. Weirdly, I think the reason I started with singing videos was because I felt a little bit more comfortable singing than talking, because I was like, at least I'm just attempting to sing a song. I don't have to I don't have to give my personality, or there's nothing about me in this. It's just me trying to sing a song. If it's bad, who cares? I'm just trying to sing, but I'm not having to sit there and chat, because I found that idea very awkward, and it took a little bit of like time for me to get a bit more comfortable with actually sitting and showing my personality. With singing, you don't have to do any of that. So I found it's bizarre, because now it would be the other way around. If somebody told me go and sing, I'd be like, no. Whereas, go and chat, sure, why not?
I wouldn't worry about you singing, because Jamie has that covered in our podcast.
Yeah, we get to talking about the film.
Love it.
If I start to sing, I'm not going to hold back.
I love it though, but I think it's good to sing. I think everybody should sing. Doesn't matter if you can sing, if you have the best voice in the world, or if the worst voice in the world. Why shouldn't you sing? It's something that we're able to do as human beings, so it's something fun.
So when did you start doing the Disneyland Paris vlogs then?
It would have been my so I think in 2011, for my birthday, it was the first time in years that I went back to Disneyland Paris. And I did like a montage video. Again, it wasn't a vlog, because I felt so uncomfortable and awkward filming in public, but I just wanted to like film clips, and in the montage, it's like a 3-minute thing. You might see clips of me being very cheesy. My brother was with me. It was my birthday. And I did a little montage, and I loved it. And I think after that trip in 2011, and it was my first time going as an adult, I realized that I really miss it, because for towards my later teenage years, I didn't go for many years. For several years, I just didn't go. There was no time. I was focused on studying and just doing other things. And, going back for my birthday, I think it was my 20th birthday or something. I can't remember exactly. But it made me want to go back as an adult. And then the following year, well, a couple of years later, I went with some friends. And that's the first time I vlogged it. That would have been in 2013. And that vlog got a lot of views. And I only vlogged it because it was my first. So that would have been my first time going with friends and not with family. And the idea seemed weird to me. And I think it was the same for all 3 of my friends that I went with. All of us had only been, with family as children. And we were doing this big group trip for the first time together. And also we wanted our family, our parents, to see what we get up to. And I loved filming anyway. As a child, I always filmed like home movies. I would force my brother to be in home movies with me and do sing-alongs and dance and do things and put on shows, and he loved it. So I just wanted to film it. And it was funny, like as soon as I put the video up, we all sent it to our family members to watch it and like see what we got up to, and we watched it. And yeah, it got a lot of views at the time. For that time, lifetime on YouTube, there wasn't a lot of Disney vlogs. So I just realized, wow, there's a lot of people seem to like this. Strangers were commenting on it, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, that's kind of, I guess that was the first Disney vlog I ever did in 2013, over a decade ago, 11 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, and I bet you 10 years ago you wouldn't have thought you would have be where you are now.
Not at all. And it's funny because, again, like a couple of years later, I think the next Disney vlog I did was the year later, and I just again did it because I had so much fun, and my friends were getting more comfortable about being on camera, and they were having fun with filming. So I was like, oh, that's what we're doing again. We went again the following year. I said, should we do it again? And the vlog ended up being longer. And I remember I was so not aware of what YouTube could be and the potential of it or any of it, that I do know that like copyright is a thing. And even back then there was a sign on YouTube to say you can't use any copyrighted music, especially if you want to like have a good standing account with us. And I was like, I don't care. Like I'm not doing it for anything apart from just like I want to put a fun video out. So I'm going to use copyright music because it's for us. And I even use copyright music, not like enough of it to get blocked or anything, but like I did use some of it, and it does mean that none of those videos have ever been able to be monetized, and I don't care. It was like I didn't care, and it was such a weird thing how somehow everything has changed, especially in the past few years. I think I would say for so long it was just I just want to do it. It's fun. I do not care about what YouTube could be. It's just because what I want to do it.
Yeah, there's probably more freedom back then.
Oh my god, absolutely. Yeah.
Ooh. Right, what is your favorite park?
Oh, it would have to be Disneyland Paris. There's like, it's weird how much I enjoy that park, the main park especially. I mean, definitely just the main park. Walt Disney Studios is fine, but it's not. I don't love it the way I love the main park. Yeah, Disneyland Paris. I think a lot of it has to do with nostalgia, but I do also think it's the prettiest park. It's the most beautiful visually. of all the castle type parks, the way it's designed. The castle is beautiful, but just everything, like from the way Fantasyland is designed and Frontierland. I think we have the best Frontierland in Paris. And yeah, I just feel the most comfortable in there. And again, that has a lot to do with the fact that it's the only one I got to go as a child. So really, when I think of Disney, I think of that. Whereas I know for a lot of people who got to go to Disney World, they find Disneyland Paris to be a bit strange because their memories mainly stem from Disney World. And I get that totally. It's just, for me, my association always came with Paris.
I thought you were going to say Disney Sea.
Disney Sea would be my second one. I just can't bring myself to not put Disneyland Paris first, because it's like there is a part of me that genuinely, like if I had to choose one park to go to forever, it would be Disneyland Paris. Yeah. But if I had never been to Disneyland Paris as a child and I'd only got to experience them all as an adult, I would probably say Disney Sea. You're right.
Have you ever seen Ordinary Adventures vlogs? They're Peter and Kitra.
Oh my god, yeah, of course. I've seen some of their videos actually. Yeah, because they've been to Shanghai recently.
Yeah, and they went to Tokyo Disney the same year that you did. Both.
Oh, okay.
So weird that you both.
Oh, wow.
Because I said to Ben, I was like, "Are we missing something? I think let's go to Tokyo." And yeah, they loved Disney Sea, and they stayed at the Venetian hotel.
The Miracosta. Oh my god, that's my dream.
Oh, they're rude.
I don't think I've watched their Tokyo video. I need to watch it. I've watched their Shanghai stuff, but not the Tokyo one.
Get on the gondolas, that was their view.
Oh yeah, honestly, it is a dream. It really is such a beautiful park. I mean, both Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea are on another level, and I hate that I say this because because all the parks are great, but once you see Tokyo Disney, you just can't help but compare it to everywhere else. It's so clean, everything works. You know, anytime I've been there twice now. I've been very lucky. There's not been a single time where I've noticed a ride go down there, or if it's been down, 5 minutes max, back up straight away. You don't see ride closures as often, as in like, unless it's like a plan, you don't actually see them going down for no reason during the day. There's no rubbish anywhere. Every paintwork is spot on. It just looks pristine, and it really does make you realize that like other parks, what they could do to improve. If you don't see that, you're happy with all the other parks. When you see Tokyo Disney, like, wow, they really are on another level.
Yeah, well, it's like you can clearly then see where they've made some cuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you ever get confused with the parks? So we've just went to so in Paris we turned the corner and I was like, oh, this is where Pirates of the Caribbean is, and it's like, no, it's not. This is where Frontierland is.
Yeah.
No, it's not, but it's in a totally different park. Like, does that ever happen?
That's such a good question, I do. I mean, I think because for me, Paris is the one that I know the best. And even Walt Disney World, I think would probably be the second park I visited the most. And even in Magic Kingdom there, which I'm familiar with quite a lot, I still sometimes get confused about where Pirates is and why isn't it just where I need to go, or why isn't it? Even like the way like in Paris, you've got Frontierland first, then Adventureland. Most of the other parks have Adventureland first. So like the first thing you do on your left is Adventureland, and that always gets me. So yeah, I definitely do get confused, and I kind of like that. It's weird because you become so familiar with a place like Disneyland Paris. It's nice to sometimes be in places where you don't know what's going on and you still aren't fully familiar. And even though you might have been there a couple of times, you still don't know it well enough to be able to just close your eyes and let your feet walk you. You do have to sometimes. I even ask cast members sometimes, and that's something that I've not done in Paris for years.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We had a thing the other day where we were basically, Luke, my partner, had said, the burrito, the place is just around this corner, isn't it? And I was like, I've got no idea, because in my mind, Splash Mountain is where we're stood. So I've got no idea where anything is now.
Yeah.
Park.
I love it.
Well, I've recently caught up with some of your vlogs, and you mentioned in one of them that you won't be returning to Walt Disney World next year. Can you tell us any of your plans for 2020?
And next year is in 2025?
Exclusivity.
Well,
you heard it here first, folks.
No. Did I say that? Because I have an awkward thing to tell you now. More than likely, I will be back for a week next year. I'm in the plans of something at the moment, actually, because a friend and I want to do a short Disney cruise from Florida meaning that if we do that, we will probably also spend about 5 days minimum in the parks to make it worthwhile. Maybe it was something that I said a little bit early, like before we did the plans. I'm not sure. Other plans for next year, Tokyo. I will be going back to Tokyo. That's something that I realized after my second time going, and I went on my own the second time, and I mainly focused on the Disney parks. I genuinely felt so happy and just enjoyed filming content there as well. It's so bizarrely easy, even though it's a very different culture, because everybody's so respectful and quiet, and you don't suddenly hear a screaming person behind you whilst you're trying to do a short film somewhere. Everyone respects everybody, and also I try my best to respect that culture as well. And I think whenever I go to Tokyo, I try my best to not film everybody. Like this is something that I try anyway in my videos, but particularly in Tokyo, because I know it's just in their culture. If somebody is in my shots for more than 5-6 seconds and their face is very clear, they're blurred. If it's only for a couple of seconds and it's far away, doesn't matter. But if it's close, I try my best to blur them. And so I made the promise to myself to try and get myself there at least once a year. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's going to become my priority for as long as I can, at least, unless things change drastically in my life. When it comes to international parks, I think I will try and prioritize it, because it's also very cheap. The only problem to get is the flight. So once you figure out how to get there, or book in advance, or find ways to go in direct, once you're there, it's not overly expensive compared to genuinely all the other Disney parks.
I mean, you were able to fly from Austria on the first trip. Would you
yeah.
And that way?
That made it a little bit less expensive than flying directly from London, for sure. It was still expensive though. Second time round, I flew from Dubai, which again made it a little bit less expensive than the first time, but it's still expensive. So there's ways to make. I mean, I've never done it directly through London, and I would love to one day, but anytime I look, it's always so drastic compared to what could be done indirectly, that I'm like, why not? You know, if it can save even just a little bit of money, that can go to like another night stay in a nice Disney hotel in Tokyo rather than a flight.
Where do you see your channel in 5 years?
I don't know. Such a good question. I don't know, really. It's five years. Whew. I would love to still do what I do. I would love to still be filming, and I think I always will put some Disney content out there because it's something that I love. Truly, I enjoy talking about Disney, and even if it's not necessarily going to the parks, I don't know how long I'll be able to just constantly go to the parks. It's not easy. It's not sustainable either. It really isn't. It's sustainable for now because I'm going there, and anything that happens from that goes back into the channel. So it's a continuous cycle. But is there going to come a time where I just want a little bit of relaxation, a few months of maybe not doing that? Then I'm not getting enough to put into the channel. So then what can be? I don't know. It's a hard question. I would like to think that I'll always put some kind of Disney content out there. It could be stuff at home. It could morph into some other style as well. Like I used to do a lot of theater stuff. I love reading, so I used to do some book reviews, which if I put a book review out on my channel now, nobody would watch. I'm very aware of that. It's just, it's tough with YouTube. You build an audience who are interested in one particular thing. So, and that makes total sense. So, you know, once upon a time I would make book reviews and people liked it and I loved it, but you can't do everything, unfortunately, with a channel. But where I see myself in 5 years is probably not doing YouTube full time anymore, if I'm honest. I think I'll be doing it for fun. I think I'll be carrying it on, maybe posting from time to time, but I think I'll be moving to another job and, you know, not having the stress of just relying on YouTube because it's difficult. So I don't think it's sustainable.
Maybe you could do a book podcast.
Yeah.
And then your book reviews.
No, that's true. I would love. I'm very new to the world of podcasts. It's something that I've thought about. I love talking, clearly. Yeah. So it would be nice, one day.
Exclusive, people, exclusive.
I know. But I'm going to be around for another couple of years at least.
Because my boys rely on your content.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always the Disney lady. I think I said that to you.
That's so cute. No, I do remember that actually. No, that's really sweet. And I love what I do, and I'm going to try and do it as much as I can. But again, 5 years is quite long. It's not too long, but when you think about it, it is quite long. Like we watch. Oh, hopefully the studios park would have already changed by that point. We'll have the Lion King land. So much will have changed. And yeah, I'll never stop doing Disney vlogs. It will just not. It might not be like as frequent. It might be like it will be my second thing, not my first and primary focus.
I mean, for someone like yourself and anyone else, you know, whether it's like Sophie. Luckily, there's a lot happening in the parks over the next 5 years, so there's plenty of new content.
For sure.
But yeah, like you say, it's whether it'll be sustainable, I mean, Sophie doesn't obviously go as much as you.
Yeah, but she posts them in a, like, she does so much more. She does a lot of planning stuff, and she also like posts them for a long, like she takes a longer time to post everything from a trip, which works great as well.
And you know exactly what your audience is. I mean, obviously her thing is the vegan food.
Yeah.
So that's like where her audience.
Sure.
I think with your content, I mean, it's always been for us, especially because you always try places outside the park to stay.
Oh yeah.
I think that's helpful. And the food content is big. I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I love eating, but also, Lord have mercy. Sometimes I'm like, how long can I go with just constantly eating the newest stuff? Because it's fun, yeah, but also, is it great? For me, always no. So it's
it was when you went to the Halloween Horror Nights and you tried the 2 burgers.
Oh my god, yeah.
Chicken. But everyone was raving the chicken, but you said no, the beef was good.
For me, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't like the chicken at all. I didn't even finish the chicken, but the beef one straight away. No, yeah.
I introduced myself to a waffle. I've never had one before.
I've not had one yet.
Ever. I mean, in my entire life, never had
any waffle. Wow.
And because normally they've got chocolate on, and I don't like chocolate because
That's fair. I'm scared about this fact, but also fair. I appreciate your decision to not like chocolate.
And I had one of these waffles, and I spent more money on waffles than I did on, like, Christmas is my thing, and I spent more money on waffles than I did on Christmas things.
Oh my god! Like,
it really was, yeah. So much so that the first thing we did when we got back was to see if LD do them.
They do.
So
chocolate.
Oh yeah, they do have chocolate.
Yes.
So what do you like on your waffle, if I may ask? Like, do you like it just plain?
Yeah, it was fine.
With the sugar on
it.
They had sugar in it.
Oh.
Yeah, fair.
And I do recommend. I do.
So you like us then?
Oh, I love chocolate.
Without the chocolate
dip. Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because Disneyland Paris does so much Nutella stuff. So if you don't love chocolate, suddenly like a lot of things are off limits.
Yeah. It literally is a case sometimes where I'll be going around, or we'll be in a restaurant. This is just outside pubs as well, and it'd be like, "Oh, you having pudding?" And it was like, "No," because there's chocolate on it.
Yeah.
Or lemon, because I don't like lemon either. Yeah. Anyway, this isn't.
I don't like lemony desserts. I'll agree with you on that. I don't mind lemon on like food, like fish and chips or whatever, but like lemony desserts is not my personal favorite. But I've had to try so many lemony desserts over the years. Well, I say have had to, but like for my channel, when they put lemon flavored things out, I still try them. I know I'm not gonna like them, but I still try them to see what it's like.
No, we were gutted that they took away that vegan chili from.
Do you know what? It's back.
Oh, it is back.
It's back. Yeah. I've not seen it in person, but I have heard it's recently come back at the same location at Last Chance Cafe. So I'm happy about it. I think I only heard about it being back a couple of weeks ago. They took away the whole new Asian menu that they'd put, so everyone's upset about that. But same as you, I'm happy about the vegan chili being back because it was such a good treat. It was such a good meal snack, and even as a non-vegan, I loved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was when we tried that. I was like, you would never think it was vegan.
Yeah.
I tried to make vegan chili. No, I'm a vegan, but it's not like how you think. Oh,
yeah. Sometimes you want to have like meat-free.
Vegan meal a week, just to do a bit. And we've tried a vegan chili, and it's not the same.
Yeah, no, I think I prefer the vegan chili in Disneyland Paris to their regular chili. Like when some of the buffets that they do chili at, they also have both versions, and I've tried both there, and I'm like, oh, actually, I prefer the vegan one. I don't know what they do to it, but it's amazing.
Probably fill it with sugar. That's probably what it is.
Probably, yeah, as most good food is.
Those waffles.
Yeah.
I have a quick fire round for you now. So basically, this is an either or either. So one or the other, and it's literally first that comes to your mind. There's about 20.
Lord have mercy.
So let's go for it. Disney or Pixar?
Pixar.
Christmas or Halloween?
Christmas.
Yay. Mickey or Minnie?
Mickey. Sorry, Minnie.
Belle or Ariel?
Ariel.
Buzz or
Sorry.
Woody?
What was it, sorry?
Buzz or Woody?
Woody. Has to be Woody.
Star Wars or Marvel?
Marvel, because I know it a little bit better than Star Wars.
Goofy or Donald?
Goofy.
Well done.
Thank you very much. I'm so sorry about the Disney and Pixar thing. It's such a hard question, but I had to go with my heart, and I do prefer Pixar.
It gets harder. It gets harder. Elsa or Anna?
Anna.
Timon or Pumbaa?
Timon. He's funnier.
Frozen 1 or Frozen 2?
1.
Live,
second one.
live action remakes or the animated sequels?
Live action remakes.
Ooh.
I know.
Mary Poppins or Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Mary Poppins.
Walt or Roy Disney?
Walt.
Rides or shops?
Shops. That was a hard one.
Bianca or Bernard?
Bianca.
Mermaid Ariel or human Ariel?
Mermaid Ariel.
And last one, Sully or Mike?
Sully.
Hey.
Thank you. Oh my god, these were very stressful and wow. Also fun.
Because like we've gone through these before, like with each other. It's like, oh my god, like not. I mean, we've been friends for over a decade, but it was tough. It was a close call at one point.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like,
yeah, really good quick fire questions. Though I enjoyed.
Right, now I have 5 questions to do with the film that we've discussed.
Sure.
So hopefully your Little Mermaid knowledge will be okay.
It won't be fantastic, but we'll give it a go.
Can you name one of her sisters?
I mean, I probably could if I really thought about it, but it's not coming to me right now. I've seen the sisters around. I can visualize them, but I can't remember their names at the moment. I do apologize.
They all begin with A, though, don't
they? They do, don't they?
Do they? Is one of them like Amanda or something? It's not.
Athena.
Yeah.
Oh.
Athena.
No.
I'm just going to keep saying A words.
Aquata.
Arabella, maybe? I'm just making names up now.
Yeah, it's Aquata's one of them.
Wow.
Atlanta.
No. No, sorry.
Wow.
I want to know where the people are, where the sisters are. I want to know who the sisters are.
I'll Google them just to make sure that I've got them. But yeah.
Okay.
Right. Jodie Benson voices Ariel, but what other Disney films has she been in? Name 2.
She's definitely been in like Wreck-It Ralph 2, right? The one with
Yeah.
But is that not one you would count?
No, yeah, no.
Oh, you would? Okay. Yeah. I can't think of the other one.
Do you know?
I do, but only because I have them listed in front of me. So I feel like
tell me.
Know that she's Barbie in the Toy Story film.
Oh yeah, no, you're of course, yeah. No. Well, thank you for reminding me.
And she has a what do you call it? Not a cameo. Well, yeah.
She plays a part.
She has a part in Enchanted. She's a secretary at the law firm.
Oh, there. I love this chat right now. I'm learning a lot. And it's making me want to go and watch things again and like, remember things again. So thank you. Also, I love Jodie Benson, so I really should have known that, but clearly not enough.
Goes to the
Sorry
park.
to Jodie Benson fans out there.
I love that she goes to the parks, like with her family.
Yeah.
Love that.
I tried to find some facts about Jodie Benson that you may not know in the same vein as when we did Sterling Holloway.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping that I have... So when we get onto the main podcast, I am hoping that I can make you go, oh, really?
Okay.
I'm excited.
Right. What is a dingle hopper?
It's a fork where you use it to comb your hair with.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
What is the name of the chef?
I don't know. I'm awful at this.
Oh.
What's the name?
I'm sorry, but tell me, please.
Louis.
Yeah, Louis.
Oh.
But Luigi would have been more fun.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Well, we're going to have to ring up.
I don't know why Louis sounds like he could be a chef. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my legs.
Last question. Who is the author of the Little Mermaid tale the film is based on?
Is it like Hans Christian something from Denmark?
Yes, Hans Christian Andersen.
Anderson, yeah. I was going to say Anderson, but I didn't want to. Wasn't 100% honest. So I was like, I'm just going to let you finish it. Yeah, I've seen the Little Mermaid statue in Denmark many years ago, so that's the only reason I remembered that. Yeah, very cool.
The names
of the sisters.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's Atina, Alana, Adela, Aquata, Arista, and Andrina.
I will, even though you just mentioned them now, I still won't ever remember them. I remember Atina. I think that's the only one I can remember. Wow.
Aquata's
Aquata, that's water.
I always think of the opening song, where the start of his opera. I'm not going to sing that, don't worry.
You can. I love hearing people sing. So you can.
Wait till we get to the main one.
Say that now.
Oh, well, thank you so much for participating in our quiz.
And you, sorry that I wasn't very good at it. So the thing with me with Ariel is that I love her as a character. I also find her ironically funny, but I don't think I know enough about the film, I guess. Clearly I didn't. So I'm going to have to brush up on my knowledge for next time.
So for those listening, if you want to watch Sam's vlogs, you can find her on YouTube. It's Sam4, as in the number 4, God, God. And she's on Instagram as well. And are you on TikTok or not?
I am, but I honestly very rarely post. So
sorry
about that again. I have got some stuff on it. Yeah, Instagram is my main thing, and YouTube. On YouTube, it's Sam for God with a 0. On Instagram, is with an O.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's G0D.
Yeah, G0D.
Well, thank you. Yes, thank you, Sam for God, for coming on and being our guest on the show.
Yes.
So much fun, such a lovely guest, and we can't wait to have you back.
Yes. TTFN.
Bye.